Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about why you should never ever talk negatively about your competitors or your enemies, and here's why. Hey guys, Joel here. And I see so many people, especially on social media today, because let's face it, we're hardwired to rubberneck our effect to all the negative things that are happening in life. If you look at the news, it's always the negative stuff. You never hear about a glorious wedding. Why? Because it just works. However, I want to talk to you today about why you should never, and why I have never, ever talked negatively about one of my competitors or somebody that I've had a falling out with ever in my life. Now, I have to mention some people because it's just the true story. So here's reason number one. If you talk negatively about somebody that you've had a falling out with or one of your competitors out there on the internet, realize that those people have just as many friends as you. And as soon as you put that person down, now all their good friends you've created enemies with. And those enemies could have ended up being your customers, your JV partners, your best friends. So over the years, because I've been in business since like 1996, 1997, there are definitely some people that I've had a falling out with, definitely some people that I don't particularly like, and definitely some people that I'd like to, quite frankly, strangle. But I've never, ever, ever said anything bad about them online because they're still great marketers. And here's the other thing too. I try to, now sometimes I get triggered, I try to just show those people love, because generally for 99% of the population, when somebody's lashing out at you or saying something very negative, it's really not about you, it's about them. They're in a place in their life where they're extremely frustrated. Understand this one thing that my mentor taught me is your negativity never comes from people above you, only from people below you. What do I mean by that? Well, if this is me right here, and I have a great physique, so people tell me, but a lot of the people who don't have as nice a physique as I do, like the dad bod, very often, if I post a picture with my shirt off on social media, I'll get things like, oh, you're so immature, you're 49 years old, who are you trying to impress? Do you have Napoleon Hill syndrome? It's very, very immature to do that. Or, oh my God, what type of stuff are you injecting into your ass? Because there's no way at 49 years old you could look that good. Now, the reality is, I've been training since age 11. And most people will not look like me at 49 years old because most people haven't been training since age 11. Now, those are people who do not have, in my opinion, as nice as a physique as I do. Now, people above me, people who have better physiques and have done way better than I do, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as an example, he'd probably only give me a compliment. Dude, you're looking good, you're looking trim, you're looking lean. So that's what I mean by when people are doing better than you, they will give you compliments. When people are not doing as well as you, then the hate comes really, really quickly. So here's the true stories, because a lot of people have been asking me over the years, and I just wasn't really ready to talk about it. And I am not going to say anything negative about these people, but I'm going to mention their names on the mistakes that they made and why I never said anything publicly about it. So there's Adam and Ashley Reeker and Daniel Kump are three people that come to mind. So a few years ago, and this is why I wasn't ready to talk about it, when I was in the midst of a very, very nasty divorce, I thought a depression was you come in one day and you're in kind of a bad mood, right? You're just like having a bad day. I had no clue what a true black hole was, an endless black hole where you think you're falling and falling and falling. During those depressive times, and I'm way better now, and that's why I'm able to talk about it. I can't even, if I would have talked about it 4 or 5 years ago, I would have been bawling my eyes out every single second about it. So during that time, Now Lifestyle was growing very, very well. But during all this negativity and all this back and forth and all this fighting, I reached out to Daniel Kump because I used to talk to him every single day. And I said, look, Daniel, I don't understand my own thought processes right now. I'm in such a negative mindset that I don't want to put my negativity onto other people. I understand I'm supposed to be the leader who uplifts people, who brings people to higher levels, that helps people feel better about themselves and helps them grow a great business. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even growing my business now. For whatever reason, I didn't understand at the time because I didn't understand what a big depression was. It's like, I don't feel like doing anything. I know I'm supposed to shoot YouTube videos. I know I'm supposed to sell sales videos. I know I'm supposed to be talking to our top affiliates every single day. I don't want to. And so I said, listen, the business is still going to run. Commissions are still going to get paid. Everything's going to go really, really well. But I just can't, on a daily basis, for whatever reason, I don't even understand myself, talk to our top affiliates every day because I'm just not in a good place. Now, I can't speak for him. Something about that he didn't like. Something about that Adam and Ashley Reeker didn't like. And so what happened was, Adam and Ashley used to do a lot of our webinars for us, and they reached out to Mike and I and they said, hey Joel, this is the last webinar of the year, so I'm going to let people know it's the last webinar of the year. It was right before Christmas or right after Christmas. I said, hey guys, great, sure, no problem. Love to have you. You know, it is the end of the year. We're going to have a better year next year, and thank you very much. Well, needless to say, and this is just the truth, they got on the webinar, and because they were angry with me, because I wasn't being the leader I was supposed to be in our company, they went and told everybody live on camera, and I didn't shut them off, I didn't close the live feed, that they were leaving the company permanently because they felt that the company wasn't doing well and there was better pastors somewhere else. And Mike and I looked at each other literally during the live webinar and went like, what the hell is going on? And Mike's like, you got to stop. I said, you know what? Let the webinar run. Obviously, we won't put a replay out there. And so I reached out to them after, and obviously I was a little triggered, a little angry. And I said, guys, you told me the ad copy that you actually gave me to send by email said, let's celebrate the last webinar of the year. And they said to me, oh, I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding. I thought you knew this was the last webinar ever for us. And we were announcing live as leadership, imagine that, as leadership, that we're leaving the company. So anyway, the point being, to me, that wasn't a very nice thing to do. They could, you know, let me say this, a lot of people come into our company and a lot of people leave our company as affiliates, as top affiliates, as customers, but they don't feel the need to go out there and try to put us down on social media and everywhere else across the planet. So it happened again with Daniel Kump. Daniel Kump went out and put out a YouTube video out there, pretty much bastardizing us to no end. And I said the same thing. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to even make a public statement about it because it will wash itself away. And eventually it did. But what happened, and I really, really hope that Adam and Ashley Reeker are doing really well. I really hope that Daniel Kump's doing really well. But understand this, because so many people still loved Now Lifestyle, still loved GVO, still loved Mike, still loved me, still loved our whole team, what that did was create automatic enemies for Daniel and automatic enemies for Adam and Ashley Reeker. So guess what? Now all the people that edified and loved them, now they don't like them anymore. So there's absolutely no good that comes out of people that you have a disagreement with, that putting something out on social media that's negative will never serve them well or serve you well either. And it's the same thing. So let's go to a different topic now. It's absolutely the same thing with our competition. I treat our competition very, very nicely. Now, doesn't mean I'm not competitive. Doesn't mean I want to win. Doesn't mean I want to kick their butts. Doesn't mean I want to be number one. No, I still respectfully say good things about our competition. So as an example, when we launched VidUber, people said, Joel, how are you better than Vimeo? I said, we're not. How could we be better than Vimeo when they're the number one top video streaming platform that don't run any ads? That is an exceptional company who does things very, very well, and they're a great company. We are just doing things a little bit different, and we're offering a much better price point. But Vimeo is a great company. And in fact, if you say things that are negative, it can actually create resistance with your customer. So if you are trying to sell VidUber, which is our video streaming platform, and you say, VidUber is way better than Vimeo, that's going to create resistance with the potential customer because it's not only is it not a true statement, but it creates resistance in their mind. That resistance is, well, how could they be better? Like Vimeo is a really great product. So I tell people, don't say Vimeo is way, way worse than us. Say Vimeo is awesome, but so is VidUber. And the same thing applies with our other competitors like Aweber and GetResponse in the autoresponder industry. Those companies have been around for 2 decades. They have to be doing something right. There's no doubt about it, or they wouldn't be in business for 20 years. Just like we've made mistakes, but ultimately we're doing something right because we've been in business for over 20 years. So when people come to me and say, hey Joel, how is Senshark better than Aweber? It's not. We just have a better price point. And guess what? Could you talk to the CEO of Aweber or GetResponse? No. But you're talking to the CEO of Senshark because I care deeply. And that's all it takes to get a new customer. Now, if I went and said, oh, Aweber sucks, they're way, way worse than Senshark, again, that's going to create skepticism. And when you create skepticism, then you don't sound truthful, and people create resistance in buying your product or service. So that's why, folks, now, not to say I've never cracked. Some people have said some really nasty things, and if I'm really triggered, I say something nasty back, but it's happened maybe 1 in 1,000 times, and very often within an hour or two, I go back to that comment and I delete it, because I realize that that person is not in the right mind frame, and that's why they're trying to put me down. And number 2, like I said, if I go out there and I say something negative about somebody who might have some popularity, I'm making thousands and thousands and thousands of enemies because their friends are their friends and they're going to stick by their side. So listen, folks, I hope that's very helpful to you. If you get triggered, go take a drive. If you're in a bad mood, listen to some great music. Never, ever, ever say something negative about your competition or somebody that you've had a falling out with online. And again, I had to tell this true story, so I had to name names. So to Adam and Ashley and Daniel Kump and anybody else that I've had a falling out with, I sincerely wish you the very, very best. I wish you all the success in the world, and I hope you grow amazing companies and do wonderfully with your family. So listen, folks, if you like this video, click the like button. Please leave me a comment because it does so much for the algorithm. And don't forget to hit the bell notification button so that you get notified of all these amazing videos. We'll see you next time.